Go on those runs that happen all of a sudden. And they lead by 5.
Unselfish team basketball. Dribble penetration. Harrison Barnes turns down a good shot for a great one. Little pool, 3-ball, corner pocket.
Used every 10th of a second. Clearly gets it off in time. As Harden hits his first three-pointer. It was well defended. He was fouled. A 12-2 run to finish for Houston. As this presentation of the NBA playoffs will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Time for today's winning ingredients brought to you by McDonald's. Mark Jackson.
Defensive intensity comes up with the strip. That's quality offense off your defense. Great job by Brewer. Not giving up on the play with the putback. How about James Harden? The great screen by Beasley puts James Harden in position for the lob pass. And then you love what Beasley is doing on the offensive end. 3 guys on him, does not matter. He's a born scorer. Has taken over this game early, giving the Rockets a tremendous boost.
Timeout, Steve Kerr. Rockets up 7 again.
So you don't give him a steady diet, but every now and then you want to jump. You want to blitz Steph Curry. Great job with active high hands. Force him to the turnover. James Harden all by himself. Take your time, James. Take your time.
Another great game stage from Kawhi Leonard as we look at our Domino's playoff tracker. So San Antonio advances. Oklahoma City 1 game away. That game for Portland's going to be huge. As the Trailblazers had a terrific win last night on their home floor. And there was another foul here. As we're about to put.
Well, nice challenge by Howard. Good hustle by Draymond Green. What a great effort.
Rockets up 4. The good news for the Warriors, taking a look at Steph Curry early on. Look, that's a missed shot, but you're not concerned about make a miss. You're concerned about how is he running. Well, this is Steph Curry that we've become accustomed to love on the basketball floor, getting into the seams. Good job getting rid of the basketball. That's a layup for him. That's a knockdown shot. And then in transition, making plays. Looks like the ankle is just fine. And here's where you really see it. Splitting the pick and roll, getting into the seams, making plays.
The media. He's laughing at you. James Harden, Dwight Howard clicking in the first half. Do they get it done in Game 4 here?
Not going to be able to do it, but we want to see a great run.
This presentation of the NBA playoffs will continue after this message and a word from our...
Halftime from Houston, Texas. Game 4 of this opening round playoff series. The Toyota Center rocking in that first half. Their Rockets tied up at 56 apiece. Today's most interesting stats are brought to you by Dos Equis. As you see, a big advantage for Golden State from the three-point line, but a big advantage for Houston from the free throw line. Of course, the number one question on the minds, how is Steph Curry? As Curry limped off at the end of the first half after, watch how that right leg lands so awkwardly as he slipped on the floor. He grabbed that right leg immediately, then asked for help up the floor. It was the end of the half, the final shot, and went off the floor. Obviously, that's from Thompson.
When Steph Curry's not on the floor, even when he is, Klay Thompson is thinking, shoot the basketball, get your looks. And everybody on the floor is thinking, get him the rock. The guy is too good. Got to pay attention to him, or there's a price to pay.
State on another one of those runs.
I've talked about Klay Thompson. The guy is a flat-out shooter and scorer in this league. Get to his spot. Sean Livingston does a great job of allowing him to get to the spot, and then Thompson does the rest.
Seconds, that'll count if it goes, but way off. As Golden State takes 8 3-pointers in the third quarter. They score 41 points. Some of it good offense and some of it this.
This is a come-on man moment right here. That just can't happen if you're serious about winning.
Klay Thompson with 12 points in the third quarter. He hit 4 threes. Draymond Green with 13 points in the quarter as this presentation of the NBA playoffs continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations. We'll take a timeout. Andre Iguodala off the bench doing what he does best.
Total team effort by the Warriors. MVP goes down. They find a way to get it done. When you say Warriors, put some respect on their name.
5.5 remaining here in the fourth. Second half, a domination by the Golden State Warriors.
After being tied at halftime, the Warriors have absolutely exploded from the three-point line. 10 of 16 in the second half without the MVP, Steph Curry. Klay Thompson and Draymond Green absolutely lighting it up. Harrison Barnes getting in the action. But look at all these passes right on target. Great passes lead to great shot attempts. And Mark, I'm doing my.
All right, you never know where an interview will lead you. Andre Iguodala and Golden State just destroy Houston in the second half. So now they're up 3-1. Clippers up 2-1. OKC also up 3-1. San Antonio winning earlier in Memphis to sweep the Grizzlies in the Western Conference playoffs. Of course, the big story still for Golden State, Steph Curry and that sprained knee. This is how he did it. Final seconds, second quarter, slipped on the wet spot. Tried to play in the second half, but they wouldn't let him start it. And he'll have obviously plenty of treatment updates throughout the night on ESPN. So for Jeff Van Gundy, Mark Jackson, Lisa Sauthers, producer Tim Corrigan, director Jimmy Moore, and our entire crew, Mike Breen saying thanks for watching ABC, home of the NBA Finals. Stay tuned. The studio gang coming up after these messages on ABC.